Hey guys, Kinetolai back here, and today I'm here with another Flyff videos. Uh, so today is a beginner guide for people who are new to the game and perhaps new to the server as well. So let's start off with the movement for people who are new to the game. As any other MMO out there, you can just use WESD, but usually A and D is just like change the direction of the character that is facing it, or she, depending on the gender that you choose. So it's like this. You can also use your just to change it is right click and hold it, and then just release and still use A, I mean W go in front, S behind. Okay, very simple stuff. You can also just use left click and it will go to the place that you pointed at. Okay. Next, let's go to the hotkeys. So this server is a private server, so there's some new hotkeys that they have as well. So the first thing that you should know is the V, which is teleporter. It will go to any place that you want to go. Usually these things have a teleporter scroll called Blinkwing, but they get rid of it. It's just for convenience sake as well. So here you can see which one are the cities, though this place is not really a city, but there's a Blinkwing that allows you to go here. And then mine dungeon as well, along with the level restriction. So that's one of the things. Also, be careful not to press X, because otherwise you're just gonna walk, as stated here, walk and run. That's X for you. Then usually, if you want to know what is, just press the start at the bottom left and see status, which is this base stat, which is more like this. They call this base. So you can here you can see your stats. Status is just this. So here's your stats. We press H. Here we go. So later on, stat points is the amount of stat that you will earn by leveling there. And then because they have different stuff, very common: strength, stamina, dexterity, intelligence. Okay, let's move on to what happens if you want to change class. So you'll see this. The first series, right? When you reach level 15, you'll be allowed to go to your second class job: assist, mercenary, acrobat, magician. Now let's move on to what their specific roles are. So here you go. When you're level 1 to 15, you're a vagrant. Afterwards, you'll go to your first job classes. My bad. Earlier on, I called this second job. Yeah, but it's first class job. You'll have acrobat, and later on, it will be split into two: jester or ranger. Jester uses yo-yo, which I think is very unique to the game itself, and ranger uses bow and arrow. And then, of course, from here they'll have their own specialization. So from ranger, there's only one path to third job classes, which is crack shooter. Jester goes to Harlequin. Okay, acrobat usually tends to be damage dealer. And then let's move on to magician, who uses obviously magic and are usually intelligent based. You have Psykeeper and Elementor. Elementor usually uses element based magic, and later you'll become an Arcanist. From Psykeeper to Mentalist. And then from Assist, who usually gives you buff into the game. And then after reaching level 60, you can then proceed to your second job classes. Bill Poster, who are usually DPS, or Ringmaster, who are usually the buffer, people who gives buff to their teammate. And then from Ringmaster, you become a seraph, which I think are extremely useful later on because they give very powerful buff. Same goes for build poster. You become force master. You become a higher DPS as well. And then for mercenary, and then your second job classes will be blade. Blade means you can use you can basically dual wield sword or axe. And knight. Knight is usually one of the tank classes in the game. Either you are a knight, ringmaster, or build poster. Only these three classes are able to tank the dungeon boss. Obviously, knight will be the best one because their stats are geared towards tanking. And from blade becomes slayer. Obviously, dual wielding sword means you're gonna be DPS as well, or damage dealer. And then from knight to a templar, which obviously will make you more tanky. So each time you have to change the classes, this will appear. Obviously, when your first job class, 4 will only appear. So you have to decide later on what you really want to play. As for me, I went from acrobat and then later to a jester, and now I'm a harlequin. So same goes as well. So when you reach level 60, you'll have to choose your second job class, and instead of 4 here, you'll only have 2. And when you proceed to your third class job, obviously it's only gonna be 1. So usually in the official Flyff itself, you will have to do the quest to be able to change the class. But here they simplify it so you don't have to go through the trouble of collecting the quest items and running around the map to do the quest. One of the big advantages of playing private server. So this is a very simple guide on how to play the game. Well, left click obviously is super easy. And when you are low level, they will drop this thing called beginner chip. As stated there, you can exchange these for weapons or armor at Solarius in Flaris. So let's proceed, shall we? First of all, Flaris is one of the big city in the game, and that's where usually people at. So when you usually go there, your FPS might drop a lot. So right now I'm having a 16-18 FPS, but later on I'm gonna lag out a bit. So when you press V right and press and go to Flaris, you'll be teleported here, and just go straight. Yep, just go straight here and you'll see this big guy here on the right screen. I mean on the right. So you left click this guy and you see exchange beginner, ticket and pet, weapon, armor and scrolls. So here's one of the tips that I have for you. Collect enough of this beginner chip and trade them for the following items for you. So beginner ticket. This is if you're level 43 and until 69, this is one of the best place to actually level up. And from here 73 to 115 as well. Pretty cool stuff. Pick up pet. These are pet that will pick up the items for you, and they also have another hotkeys for that. Here's you, which is pet filter, which if you do not want any items to be picked up, then you can just untick it and pet filter on as well. Another advice when it comes to pet filter is that never ever take green weapon, because you can just basically get them from beginner exchange. However, those green items I'm talking about are the level 45, and those should be enough until you reach level 120, and then from there you should try and get level 120 sets or weapon. So usually when you pet filter on, just make sure you only take the blue items to be picked up, otherwise selling them later on will be very troublesome. Then from here, weapons, don't ever buy these. I mean, you can choose to buy these as long as you have enough, but what I really like the most in this stuff is actually the level 60. They are pretty strong and can last you for a good while. Of course, you can always alternate and get a better weapon. Armor. Yep, you can get the level 45. They are pretty good because they're already plus 6, so it gives you the extra stats in there. So scrolls wise, usually you wouldn't want to get this because towards the end you will want to get these accessories. They are much better, and nowadays they are generally becoming cheaper each day due to the amount of people farming for them. Okay, so the reason why I told you guys to untick the green set and the green weapon and only pick up the blue ones is because when you go to an NPC, for example like this consumables Gisela, you left click and you can see here it says sell blue items. Obviously I don't have any blue items right now, so I cannot sell any blue items. However, you can sell green items like okay, I don't have a very good example of green items, but you'll have to drag them out one by one to be able to sell them, and that's actually really troublesome, especially when you picked up a lot and you are full inventory. It's a lot of inventory, so that's why I advise to only get blue weapons and don't ever pick up accessories. You can only pick, I mean, it's fine to pick them up, but as I said, getting rid of them will be very difficult. Of course, obviously when you're higher level, you wouldn't want to pick up beginner cheap because you'll be able to farm for Penya. This is the currency here, which is this. It's the amount that you have. And when you reach 100 million, you might want to press this and it will change to Perrin, which is this. There you go. Because the limit, the one that you can have in here is 2 billion, so it's actually 2.1 billion. So usually you'll be maxing out when you reach higher level. So that's all I have for beginner guide. And if you want to know more about the different skills that they have in the classes, you can always search it up in one of the Flyff wiki. Obviously, I use the official Flyff because it's much easier to see as well. So then, this concludes the beginner guide. If you have any other questions regarding the game, you can just comment down in the section below and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible and as accurate as possible. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this guide, and I hope you can subscribe for more because I'll be making more perhaps guide, or I'll do more of this dungeon run. There's a lot of dungeon in here that I can cover, though only those that is within my level. And I also do them with my guild, so it's pretty fun if you are at the right guild where they do their own guild dungeon run. It's pretty fun. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like if you like the video, comment if you have any questions or obviously comment about the video, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.